but just like anyone can do it, like anyone here. That's what like I feel like this scholarship means, is like doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you put in the hard work and dedication. The NROTC National Scholarship is it's a Navy/Marine Corps, the one that I applied for. It's $200 grand just about, and it gives you the opportunity to have all of your tuition paid for, room and board and everything, depending on the university you go to. You don't have to be in a JROTC program. I was at Kofa all 4 years, and I became CO, so that's how you can tell I was like really active in my program, and I was just typically active in my school. I did sports, I did clubs, stuff like that. When it comes to your reasoning to why you want to join the military, why do you want to join the Marine Corps, the Navy, they just want to know that you're not just in there for the money. And like, yes, it's very beneficial that you get your school paid for, but personally, I wanted to help people in the armed forces. My major is going to be psychology, so that'll be classified as a tier 3 major. My general purpose of being in the Navy was to help people in the armed forces who have PTSD and things like that. That's what I want to specialize in. I chose surface warfare since that's just the boat. It's just a lot of traveling. It's just a lot more of what I want to do. That's kind of what you have to do to get the scholarship, and then you write a couple essays, really short. They don't ask you for that much, and then once you go through with that, you just wait. They gave me a petty officer to help me out, and she was really nice, Petty Officer Jones, and she just read over my essays for me, made sure I was like caught up on a lot of things. So that was really helpful. So it's not like you're completely alone, but you still have to have that self-discipline to get things done.
As she got into her 3rd year and coming to the staff class, she's starting to open up more, you could see that leadership potential in her. And that's why Sergeant Major and I made the decision to make her the CO her 4th year. Very confident woman, intelligent, could speak in front of groups, her peers, grown-ups. She even briefed one of the boards, the study board here in town, and she was a big influence on our program. Just not in the aspect of being the CO, but then she also joined my Raider PT team. And that's where we really saw her other side of her potential, which is she's a very strong little girl. And she was active in track, swimming, and then she was on my PT team as well as the color guard. But during PT, you could see how that really helped her take the test for the ROTC program.
So first off, freshman year, I joined ROTC. I was very shy. I wasn't shy, I was just quiet in terms, I was nervous. I didn't know what I was getting into when I came into the program. But I joined like the drill team and all the other teams that the program had to offer that really like had us travel and like mold my terms of leadership. Like it taught me how to be a leader. So as I got farther up in the chain of command in terms of my program, it just helped me become a leader, and that's how it helped me when I was at NSI, and it helped me just in general, like when it came to classes and being on time and learning how to plan. My instructors are like my biggest influences. Like they were always supporting me, and I'm pretty sure my major, he was the one who was really on me about the scholarship. He was like, you need to get this in, you need to hurry up, like all this, and I was like, I know, sir. He was like, I wanted to make them proud, not only like my family or like everyone else, but like really them, because like they're the ones that made me the leader that I am.
I knew she would do well just because of her strength. She could actually do more push-ups than some of my boys, so.
In my essay, I just made it really known that I wanted to fight and stand up for people in terms of like the country, and not only the country, but the people also fighting for a country. Because again, like I want to help people with PTSD and just help people around the world. So I feel like I made a really emotional yet like strong argument in terms of like why I wanted to be there and why it would be a good asset to the military. This July, it runs from June, July, and the latest is August, and it's called NSI, short for New Student Indoctrination. So if you get the scholarship, if you're accepted, you are required to go to this like mini boot camp in Chicago in the Great Lakes where the Navy enlisted men have their recruit training. So I got off the bus and you kind of just immediately yelling, and you just have to make sure you're on top of your game, constantly yelling. Your voice is about gone the second week and you just have to push. In my platoon, there was about 5 girls that dropped. It's not hard, it's challenging. It's just a challenge. That's how I like to think of it. It wasn't hard, it's just mentally challenging.
It's not easy. And once you get there, people sit back and realize, hey, this isn't for me. But Jones was a different caliber. She enjoyed the program. She flourished in it. Why she did better than the other females, because she's a strong girl. And us keep pushing at PT practice. You know, you talk about dedication. Religiously, they're showing up at 06 in the morning before school and doing PT.
After a certain couple of days, I think about 2 days in, that's when the gunnery sergeants and the staff sergeants and the chiefs, where, you know, that's when, like, if you mess up, you gotta push. You gotta run that way or run back and forth. There's like times where they would have you push the room on the floor like a dog, like you were treated like you were nothing. You're always wrong, everything like that. You were treated like bottom of the food chain. And we learned how to firefight. We had the tear gas, and they would be shot, like basic military training that we always do. So it's not just yelling and running and working out. You got to learn some important things, and the instructors that I had were very helpful in terms of like preparing me for college and like what I need to do when I get to my unit.
When we kept talking about, you know, academies, ROTC, she went the ROTC route, and that's why I was very happy last year. And even though I don't know if she told you this, but she wrote off the ROTC package because they never heard any word. Like nothing was coming back. And when I told her, hey, check again, let's contact them, see what they tell you. Hey, no, you failed, or you actually was accepted into the program. And then 2 days later, they get the email and she's like, oh my God, I got accepted. We were just, you know, overjoyed to hear that, because that was our first Navy ROTC scholarship winner.
It makes me feel like I did it. Like I tried really hard. Like this is what I came into high school knowing I wanted to do. Like I came into the JROTC program knowing like I'm gonna be in the military, whether I'm enlisted or am an officer, whether I went to college first or not. I wanted to go into the military. So now graduating from NSI, I am now a midshipman 4th class. So in September, when I attend my university, I have to go and learn all the naval science classes, all the naval history, and do any other requirements that they have me to do. The biggest thing that was like instilled into my brain was that your major has nothing to do with what your job will be. I'm doing psychology and I'm gonna work on a boat. I'm gonna learn about brains and I'm gonna work on a boat. Once I get in, so my final, when I graduate and receive my bachelor's degree, I'm gonna commission. And once I commission, I'm gonna be a surface warfare officer I'm required to stay for 5 years. From there, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stay in a little longer, because what I really wanna do in the Navy is be a psychologist. So from there, it's called a lat transfer, and then I can go into being a psychologist or do the psychology program, master's psychology program in the Navy.
You can't say enough. We're so proud of her and everything that she's accomplished. Not only in sports, but in our program. She's done some great things. I just saw her during registration and I was so proud of her, as I told her, because she said she just graduated the boot camp, got her whites, showed me the picture of her whites and everything. So she's thrilled to death, and Sergeant Major and I couldn't be prouder, and we know that she's gonna do good things. She has a good head on her shoulders.
I just feel like all my efforts have been somewhat recognized, because I've just been working really hard in terms of classes and just being involved. I feel like that's the biggest thing. And you would tell me I'm here at school at 6 in the morning every day my whole 4 years. So it's finally all that work and all that, I'm tired. It's all being seen.